The Spanish Fork and Salem Area Chamber of Commerce is pleased to present Chamber Today. Here we discuss the who's, what's, and where's of our local business community. Welcome to Chamber Today with your host, Aaron Stern.
Coming up on Chamber Today, our guests will be Todd Dickerson, owner of Dickerson Automotive, Scott Aylett, Spanish Fork City Public Information Officer, and Brent Wignall, owner of Wiggly Wash. We'll be right back to chat with Todd after this short break. Welcome to Chamber Today. I'm Aaron Stern, a local business owner and also a member of the board of directors for the Spanish Fork and Salem Area Chamber of Commerce. Our first guest is a longtime business in our community. Please welcome Todd Dickerson, the owner of Dickerson Automotive and a platinum member of the Chamber.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me, Aaron.
Hey, thanks for coming on board, Todd.
You bet.
So tell me a little about the history of Dickerson Automotive.
Well, I started working in a shop here in town when I was 14 years old. It was called Ken's Service. It's located where Carl's Jr. is now.
Okay.
But needless to say, after I got out of high school, I went to work in a Pontiac Cadillac dealership in Provo. And then when I was around 26 years old, my father and I opened a shop in Springville, and we were partners in that for about 4 years, but we were both going in very different directions. So in early 2000, we opened up Dickerson Automotive. We bought the property, had the building built, and
that's great.
Went to work.
So you pretty much started from the ground up.
I did, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I sure did.
Cool. Tell me about some of the services you offer.
What we really try to focus on is we focus on helping people take care of their cars in general. You're much better off to take care of your car as you go and do some good routine maintenance and just stay on top of things so that you can get the most out of that investment. With the price of cars these days, it's pretty astronomical. I mean, they're asking $80,000, $90,000 for a 3/4 ton pickup. Most cars are anywhere from $30,000 to $60,000. It really goes a long ways just to take care of that car along the way so that you can get 15, 20 years out of it.
Yeah, so you pretty much do oil changes, routine maintenance.
We do oil changes, routine maintenance. We do engine repair, transmissions, differentials, steering, suspensions, alignments, emissions testing. You really pretty much name it, we do it.
Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff.
It is, yeah. You
also rent trucks.
Yeah, for the same amount of time we've been renting Penske trucks. It's something that not a lot of people know about us here, but we offer one-way trucks, local trucks. We also have hand trucks, packing blankets, things that make the moving process much easier for people.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been doing that for 19 years as well.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Tell me a little bit about your community involvement. How's Dickerson Automotive been involved in the community?
Over the years, I've served for 15 years on the MATC Advisory Council, advising their automotive program, the people that direct that and run that program on what we need as far as new employees coming into our industry. That's been something that I've really enjoyed. The other thing that we've done is, as you well know, Aaron, I've been involved with the Chamber of Commerce. We joined the Chamber of Commerce in 2000 when we opened our business, and we've been a member ever since.
Wow.
I also served on the board of directors for the Chamber, as well as I was a president 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, the other thing that I really that is near and dear to my heart is my favorite day of the year. Years ago, Kerry Robarge from Robarge Collision and Matt Barber from Western States Insurance, we started looking for families that needed a hand up in our community.
Okay.
So it's kind of started off small, but we started off with some older cars, and we'd recondition them and get them to where you could feel good about putting a family into it. And we'd find a family in need around Christmas time, in which we would once again, rehab the car, put the family in it, and as the years have gone by, more and more people have gotten involved with it. And it's not just a car anymore that we're giving away, but it's presents for the family. It's meals. It's a lot of things that a lot of the business community in Spanish Fork has really come together to make that just a super great program that we do every year. I look forward. That's my favorite day of the year is when we get to go and give that to an unknowing family. So
that's wonderful.
And it's a complete surprise to them. So we really enjoy it.
I bet.
The other thing that we're doing at Dickerson Automotive is we're starting a new foundation. It's called Wheels with Heart. And what we're doing there is, if there are people in our community that have had a misfortune in their life, if their husband has had a workplace accident or they've become ill and transportation makes the difference between them being able to pay the bills or get their kids to school, we want to help. We want to help those people. So it's not something we can't take on everybody, but those that are really in need, and it's a good fit for us. We want to be made aware of it, and we want to help them take care of their cars, get their car back up into good shape, so that they can continue to do their daily routine and keep whatever events going on in their family as least disruptive as possible.
Okay, that's great. How do you find out which families are in need, could benefit from those services?
Well, we're just getting ready to roll that out. The best thing to do is to contact me and let me know that there are people that they know of, and just kind of explain their situation to us.
Okay.
We have a website. You have to have an access code to get into the application process, but I will give them the access code so they can go in and fill out the application process, and then we screen those applications. And we more or less have to look at that from a perspective of who are we going to benefit the most. Like I said, I can't do it for everybody, but we want to try and give something back, and we're really good at what we do, and that's a good way to really give back to the community.
That's great. You know, that's one thing I love about Spanish Fork is we take care of our own.
Yes, we
do. And we really, we help people in need. That's great. Tell me a little bit about how the Chamber of Commerce has helped Dickerson Automotive.
The Chamber of Commerce is near and dear to me. Once again, as the years have gone by, I've become more and more active in the chamber. It's really great because you get to interact and network with other business owners, and business, especially the service industry, is all about relationships. And the more you can get out there and interact with those people, the word of mouth starts to spread, and it really is beneficial for our business. The other thing that's really neat about the chamber is I just feel like the chamber can accomplish a lot more as a collective group, more so than what any one individual can do on their own.
Yeah, it's true. I've found out that as well. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you, Todd, for coming on today, and it was great talking to you. And coming up next on Chamber Today, we'll talk with the Public Information Officer from the city. Stay with us. Welcome back to Chamber Today. The relationship between the Chamber of Commerce and the cities we serve is very close. To help us understand how we work with local government, please welcome Scott Aylett, the Public Information Officer from Spanish Fork City. Thanks for joining us today, Scott.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Aaron.
So tell me a little bit about the relationship between the Chamber of Commerce and Spanish Fork City.
Right. So the Chamber of Commerce and the city have worked together for a number of years, right? And I think we both have a goal that is similar between the two organizations, right? As the city, we're here to improve the quality of life for our residents. And the way that we see the Chamber of Commerce, they do a great job is they work with local businesses not only to attract business and work with business owners within the community, but as they do that, at the end of the day, they ultimately improve the quality of life for our residents as well. And so we both work together hand in hand to try and improve the quality of life for residents as well as for businesses here in Spanish Fork City. And in addition to that, we feel like the Chamber does a really good job at being a watchdog for the businesses in our community as the city looks at different policies and procedures, codes, things of that nature. We hope and expect the Chamber to kind of act and serve as a watchdog for the businesses to make sure that we get things right and that codes that we enact could not only help benefit the businesses in the community, but hopefully not adversely affect them as well.
Correct, yeah. I know, being involved in the Chamber, a lot of times we'll have discussions internally within the Chamber about issues that are affecting businesses, and it's a great way for businesses to be heard, not just on their own, but also from an organization that represents them. And other businesses in the same industry sometimes as well.
Right.
So, can you tell me a little about some of the issues or current projects that affect business currently in Spanish Fork City?
Yeah, so a couple that really come to mind that are really recent that we're working on are really transportation and transit oriented.
Okay.
So within the last month or so, the city has purchased and acquired 2 separate public parking lots along Main Street.
Yes.
The first is on 200 North, just north of the Zions Bank building.
Yes.
We purchased that as well as the parking lot adjacent to the MVP Sports. And so we purchased these to help facilitate and provide for additional public parking space along Main Street to help pedestrians and help patrons of these businesses have places to park as they frequent businesses along Main Street.
Yeah.
So that's one that we've done recently. Now we're working on getting some signage up to help individuals recognize that there's public parking available, additional public parking, should I say, along Main Street. A couple other projects that we're working on. I think it's pretty well known that we're working on widening Main Street closer up to US 6, and so we hope that once that's completed that it will help facilitate traffic flow within that area and some of those businesses that are located at that intersection, as well as the roundabout that we just started construction on at 400 North and 800 East. Granted, it's in a residential neighborhood, right, but you're only a few blocks away from some commercial and from some businesses, so we hope that as that is completed here in the fall that helps facilitate access to those businesses in that area of town.
So that's going to be under construction through the end of the summer?
Right, so they just started construction last week, and we anticipate having that intersection done before school starts, right? Because you're right down the road from the elementary school, and so we can't necessarily have construction going on as parents try and get to and from school. So the plan is to have that done in August before school starts.
Oh, okay, great. Speaking of construction, the neighborhood market up off of 6. Right. There's some more development going in behind there?
Yeah, so the developer up in that area just recently sent out a press release indicating intent to do some additional retail development up there. They've got a number of pads that they're working on for retail as well as some additional restaurant space up in that area.
Do we have any names of restaurants we can announce yet for that?
The one that they had indicated in the press release was Marco's Pizza.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're familiar with Marco's. So
I'm sure I will be soon.
Yeah, hopefully, right. So they have some other locations in the state of Utah. So we're excited to have one here in Spanish Fork City that will serve that eastern part of the community. So
we can always use more pizza.
Right, pizza's great.
Tell me about the fire station going in up there.
Okay, yeah, so we've bid it out. We've got a contractor ready to go, and they'll start construction on that here in the fall.
Okay.
And really our intent is to have that completed before probably fall of next year. The hospital is anticipated to open September of next year.
Okay.
And so in order for us to help meet the service demands of the hospital in terms of calls for service for ambulance, we really need to have that fire station operating before that hospital opens. And so we'll be working, and I think construction should be starting this fall on the fire station with the intent of having that open and completed next fall.
Wow, there's a lot of growth happening here in Spanish Fork.
A lot of growth. Yeah. Makes it exciting. So.
You mentioned the hospital. There's some other things going in down there as well. There's a Lowe's coming.
Correct.
What else?
Yeah, so Lowe's is underway. You'll notice that the road in front of Lowe's has been closed for the last couple of weeks, and it will be closed probably for another month or so as they do some needed utility work in anticipation for the Lowe's store. Yeah. So Lowe's is under construction. Chili's, you may have noticed, there's a restaurant pad underway in front of Walmart. That's Chili's.
Yep.
Don't necessarily have a timeline on when they'll be completed, but they're under construction at this point. 7-Eleven here on Center Street, or on Main Street, excuse me, where the old 7-Eleven was, if you remember, right? 7-Eleven was there, and we had a laundromat and whatnot. Well, 7-Eleven, what goes around comes around,
exactly.
And 7-Eleven's back, and they're under construction there to have a new retail store open there as well.
Are they going to have a gas station as well, or just retail?
You know what? I'm not certain on that. That's something I can definitely get back to you on.
Okay.
But, let's see if there's anything else. Harbor Freight over by Costco has been under construction now for a few months.
When are they going to be open? It looks like they're getting pretty finished over there.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah, okay.
So I would imagine here in the next few months they should be up and ready to go. I know that Lowe's is working so that they're open by Black Friday of this year, the holiday season. So I'm trying to think if there are any others. We've got the Hampton Inn, obviously, over off of US 6 that's working, and we don't necessarily have a timeline on when that'll be completed, but they're working to get that completed. Rumby Island Grill should be opening here pretty soon over in the Canyon Creek area as well.
Okay.
And then we kind of talk a little bit about some of the businesses that might be coming up to what we call the small mart, right?
Sure.
The neighborhood Walmart. So a lot of businesses we get contacted and have conversations with other businesses that are looking to come to Spanish Fork, but we kind of wait until we have something a little bit more concrete so that we don't get our hopes up and we don't get the residents' hopes up.
Well, I know everybody's very excited. They're always asking, what's coming next? What's coming next?
Right.
But we'll let them know as soon as we know.
As soon as we know, we'll let you know for sure.
Great, cool. Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show today and talking with us about issues here in Spanish Fork. And thanks, Scott. And next we'll focus on a local business that really knows how to keep your car clean and what it means to be an active part of the community. That's coming right up on Chamber Today. Welcome back to Chamber Today. Chances are you know this business well. Wiggly Wash has been keeping our cars clean inside and out for many years. Please welcome Brent Wignall, the CEO and co-founder of Wiggly Wash, another platinum member of the Chamber. Thank you so much for coming.
Hey, thanks for having us. We're really appreciative of these opportunities.
Yeah, great. So tell me a little bit about the history of Wiggly Wash.
We came from construction, my partner and I, and came back from a deployment in Iraq, and one of my good friends, also a Spanish Fork alumnus, said if somebody will build a car wash across the street from Walmart in Springville, I'll manage it and you'll make millions. And I could never shake the thought, so we ended up going out to a new investor seminar in Florida, and the returns were the ROIs were just a lot better than construction, and so we started making that transition. Needless to say, Derek didn't come and manage it for me, but he went on to do great things with some of his foundations.
Okay, great. So when was the first Wiggly Wash opened?
We opened the one up on Main Street in 2008, August 2008. So we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary.
Wow.
And we built the Springville one 2 years later, and then kind of settled into that role in a couple years. And then in 2017, we opened the Double Tunnel Express in Orem, which is the largest conveyor wash in Northern America.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's got two 205-foot tunnels, so that you just run side by side and get to see the cars next to you. It's kind of fun. And in that same year, we opened the one up off Highway 6 in Kirby Lane.
Okay.
So we kind of went back to back with those.
Okay, great. What about future expansion plans?
It's going to be an exciting next 12 months for Wiggly Wash. We've got great leadership within our organization that we spend a lot of time cultivating. Everybody that is in our organization has started from the ground up, and we really got a great team. So I think that right now we have one in the works over in Payson with, once again, working with Woodbury on their new development there with Hillman Fields.
Okay.
And Mayor Wright's been kind of getting after us for the last year or so, wanting us to get over there. So we're working with that one right now and getting it through the permit and planning process. And then after that, there's some things that we've been working on with some opportunities in the industry, and I think we're going to see some big things with Wiggly Wash over the next 12 months.
Okay. When you plan and develop and build a new Wiggly Wash, how long does it usually take from inception to completion?
From inception, I mean, my partner and I kind of come up with the idea, and we can run pretty quick. It's depending on who we need to work with, like Woodbury, that big development up there. I mean, we started talking with them in January 2015 and picked out a plot and everything, but then them and the city had to work things out. So, we didn't get going on that until 2017. It took that long. But as far as like our Springville one, from coming to the idea that that's where we wanted to go, 6 months we were open and running.
That's fast.
Yeah, coming from the construction industry, and being general contractors, we know kind of what to do and how to do it, and really we do everything. What's original about us is that we do everything from the ground up. We install all of our own equipment. We're distributors of the equipment. My partner Chris actually made the great big motor control panels in the back room that run all the equipment. So we've kind of gotten a little bit of a taste of it and love it and enjoy doing as much of it as we can.
That's great. You mentioned the dual lane you have up in Orem. What are some of the things you do that set you apart from your competitors?
I think the biggest thing we do is it's more than a car wash to us. We build large facilities so that we can do a lot of volume, but with that volume, we don't have to sacrifice any quality. We don't have to sacrifice the experience. Being raised in Spanish Fork and still living here and raising my family here, it's very important to me for this community as well as any community I'm involved with that we really give a great customer service. That's been forgotten. People want to get it fast and now, and then they want to complain when it's not right. We want to make sure we do it fast, we do it right, and they know that they're welcomed and that they're appreciated at Wiggly Wash.
Okay. Tell me a little about the variety of services that you offer.
Wow, we can go anywhere from just a $8 rinse off to a monthly membership plan. That's our most popular right now. You don't have to worry about all this rain. You can just wash the day. I mean, we have people coming in and washing when it's raining because it's the same price each month, so it doesn't matter. And they start as low as $19.95. So, you know, we were from the exterior wash to, you know, that touch-up detailing, that express detailing to get the carpet shampooed or the leather reconditioned, things like that. So we can take care of just about anything for your car care needs.
Okay, so pretty much internal, inside washing, inside touch-up.
Hand waxes, polishes,
carpet
headlight
shampooing.
restoration.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for that.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you can pay $200 to $300 for a new set of headlights, and we can sand them down and bring it back to where it looks like it's just off the showroom floor for $60.
Wow, that's great. Great. Tell me a little about your involvement with the Chamber. How's the Chamber benefited your business?
You know what? We actually signed up for the Chamber while we were in construction. That's how much I believed in it. One of my best friends, Mike Mendenhall, was the president at the time. Kind of got adopted into the seat when it was all kind of turning around. And I came into the Chamber in a really good time, right when everything was turning around, and Carrie Ludlow helped Carrie Hanks helped a lot with everything, and was a great director. And I ended up going on as a board of directors and did 2 terms with the Chamber. And I think it was just fun to see everything start from the beginning, to be able to correct all the wrongs and get everybody excited again about it, and to have everybody come together as a group. It was just something to look forward to every week.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, this Chamber right now, it's strong. We have great members, great board.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's a better, I mean, you've got the Utah County, or Utah Valley Chamber and the Salt Lake Chamber, and I really can't even compare them to Spanish Forks Chamber. I mean, we're so committed, and the volunteers are committed. We do such amazing projects for the city and the citizens, and the businesses as a whole get involved, and it's just a great opportunity if you take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming and visiting with us and all you do for the community.
Well, thank you.
Great.
It's a pleasure.
Coming up, we'll look at the calendar of events this month. More Chamber Today after this short message. Welcome back. As the school year has come to an end, we shift our gears into summer mode. Here are a list of activities for the next few weeks sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. On June 19th, we will have our noon networking lunch. First-time visitors are always free. On June 20th at noon is a ribbon cutting for Ryan Mortgage Company in Payson. On July 17th will be our July noon networking lunch, and again, first-time visitors will be free. For more information about these events or for the Chamber of Commerce, please visit our website at www.spanishfork-chamber.com. Thank you again to our guests, Todd Dickerson from Dickerson Automotive, Scott Aylett from the Spanish Fork City, and Brent Wignall from Wiggly Wash. Thank you also to Spanish Fork 17 for their support. As always, we look forward to being with you again next month for our new edition of Chamber Today. Thanks for watching.